Hey y'all, it's Taryn. It is Tuesday, September 15th. Welcome. Did you miss me? I hope y'all have had a great, however long it's been. Too long. That's how long it's been. And I have no good excuse. So there you go. We'll just go with that. Let's see what has been going on here in the world of Verley. I have been in the kitchen like a crazy person. I made some vanilla. The lady that I watch says that it's best if you let it sit for at least 18 months. 2 years is better. I am planning way ahead, I tell you that. I have to stay off of YouTube channels. You know how you go down, you start watching this one video and it pops up another one, and I find myself down these homesteading and canning and all of this rabbit holes, and then I'm doing stuff like making vanilla that I can use in 2 years. And when it's done, I'm going to have a crap ton of vanilla. So, oh well, we'll see. When Kelsey was here, Wyatt's girlfriend, and they were cooking a lot, they made something that used buttermilk. And they bought like a half a gallon of buttermilk, and I swear they used like 2 tablespoons. I don't know. And so I was like, okay, I've got to find buttermilk recipes, which are mostly bread. So I have made banana bread. I've made 2 loaves of sandwich bread. I've made banana blueberry bread. And then I realized that I had zucchini that was going to go bad. So we've had chocolate chip zucchini bread, garlic and cheese zucchini bread. We're getting our carbs in around here, let me tell you. Oh, I was going to say, what else did I make? I get a produce box, Imperfect Foods, I think it is, something like that, every week. And they kind of have a standard box, and you can customize it. You can take things out, add other things in if there's something you want. I have things that they ship every week, like potatoes and carrots, stuff like that. But that's why I had extra zucchini that I didn't want to go bad. Anyway, one of the boxes arrived with jalapenos in it, and I don't do a lot of cooking with jalapenos. I like the flavor, but not the hot. So I decided, in my infinite wisdom, to can candied jalapenos. So I had everything going, following the directions, and after you put the jalapenos in the jar and everything, you leave the syrup that goes on them, and you let it cook more to thicken up. Which, by the way, mine didn't thicken as much as it needed to, but that's not really the story here. This much in the bottom of a pan, that was this big, boiled over and filled the house with jalapeno smoke, which is not a good thing. Kirsten was coughing. I was coughing. One of the cats was in the kitchen, and she was over there like, so that was a lot of fun. We had to open the windows and get the smoke cleared out of the house. In the meantime, Dax was in the other room trying to put something very small electronic back together that he was fixing, and had no idea any of the craziness out in the kitchen was going on. So the cat probably doesn't want me in the kitchen anymore, at the least. Update on the attorney whose office person was saying that we prepared the tax returns. They sent us some copies of what she had done. She set up, she created her own Dax tax service. made her own letterhead and everything, and to do letters that she would send to Art, spelling our name wrong. She set up an email account, a separate email account. It was just crazy. So, law enforcement is still looking into it. Who knows? Who knows where any of that's going to come out? What else has been fun around here? I think I told you. I don't know. Of course, we've had all the issues with the air pump that's part of the septic system. I think I told you about that. See, I don't remember. It's been too long. I shouldn't wait this long. Anyway, it has this little safety screw in it so that if anything's wrong in the pump engine, it will pop. That safety screw will pop and it won't make the connection to run. And that happened, so I replaced the diaphragms on the ends. But then when I hooked it back up, there's a big magnet thing in there. And one of the videos I watched on how to do this, you can find anything on YouTube, I'm telling you. Anyway, one of the videos I watched talked about if that had any wear that it probably needed to be replaced too. But when I replaced the diaphragms and turned it back on, it was, because of that magnet needed to be replaced, it was like bouncing all over the place. So we turned it off, had to wait another week for the magnet to come in, put that on in. It ran for like 5 seconds and quit. So I went and ordered another one. I think I told y'all all this. And then Dax got it working again. He just turned the screw like one more time and it made the connection again. Well, then it worked about 3 days and quit again. Because of course. Well, I went out there and looked, and the screw hadn't broken, but the little nut at the end was not on straight, so it was making the thing arc, which had melted the end of the nut a little bit on the nut and made it possible for it to not be making the connection but not be broken. So I took the nut off, flipped it around to a flat side, put it back together, and about 3 days later it quit working again. So we were like, you know what? Screw it. We're just going to install the new one. So we opened the box for the new one, and our system has an alarm on it when it isn't working. The new one that they sent does not have the stuff for the alarm. So I returned that, bought another one. That came in, got it hooked up, hooked it up this weekend. Hopefully we can get more than 3 days. I don't know. I'm about to lose my mind over it. So hopefully that's fixed. Anyway, I have stitched, honestly. So I guess we can do that, okay? I think since last time I have added the kangaroo. See, I should have gone back and watched the video. I really should have. He's holding a stocking. If I didn't say last time, I've ordered stocking buttons. I'm just going to put a button in. Because like each one of them has something a little not, and it may just be Krynic or something, but each one of them has something a little different. So he's going to get a stocking. And if I told you that last time, I'm sorry. I worked on this Paula Vaughn Friendship Quilts, I think is the name. Yes. They're sent up close. And I just worked on filling in the background some more. I filled in some, had to rip it out because I had the wrong color. No, was it the wrong color? No. Because like back here, this is a half stitch and with one strand, and I had used 2. And on the 18th count, doing half stitch with 2 strands, you can't tell really that it's different. You can't tell enough, so I had to pull it all out and Do it the right way. Call it do it the right way. I worked on this one, and we don't even want to talk about it. It is on my naughty list at the moment. It's just a little kit I bought at Hobby Lobby. I'm sure it was on clearance. This is the difference from last time. I stitched a whole bunch and realized that somewhere at the beginning of what I had stitched was off, and everything counted off of that was off, and my dream catcher wouldn't work out being round if I didn't fix it. So I pulled it all out, and this time is 3 stitches more than the last time I worked on it. Seriously, y'all. I don't watch that much TV. I really don't. And when I do, seriously, I'm either Hallmark Channel in those sappy, happy ending movies, or Investigation Discovery and people killing each other. I guess there's no in between, right? Anyway, so I have been watching on different things. Right now I'm watching on Amazon Prime The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis from, is it probably in the 60s? I don't know. I watched 5 seasons of The Rifleman and 1 season of Petticoat Junction because that's all they had. But anyway, I'm loving it. I worked on these. This is where I am. That one's finished. That one's finished. Are you sitting down? I finished another one. Hooray. You know, by the end of the year, I may have last year's ornaments done. I don't even know what to say. And I started this one. This one, all of this and this is all French knots. I don't know. Seriously, if I would just sit down, probably for an hour, I could get it finished. That's the problem. Having an hour. It's crazy. Did I tell you about our sink getting clogged up? I'm not sure if I did that. The problem with the air pump wasn't enough of an issue. The sink in the kitchen got clogged. We tried Drano and that didn't work. I feel certain I told y'all. We tried running the snake down, that didn't work. It took the plumber like 5 minutes. By the time he got all of this stuff out, it took him like 2 seconds to clear the clog, but he was probably here 30 minutes total. We wouldn't have spent hours trying to fix it if we had known that. I'm doing this little cabin right here out of Prairie Schooler because I want to be like Shelly KX Stitch because she did it. Because she wanted to be like me, but she did hers. So now I want to be like her. And basically I got, I did this and the fence. This side of the cabin was not here, and I did the fence. And then came back and started filling in with the green color. I should do more of this kind of stuff. This one, I don't know. All I have is a working copy. I have long since lost the book it came out of. Because this is from 1987. And anyway, it's from Stony Creek. And it's this. And I've drawn all over it. It's a little witch and a moon and a little cat. The moon, it's kind of hard to see. It comes around right here. It was intended to be stitched on black, so it's really hard to see. But I finally got to the bottom and put on the cat's little paws are coming out. Again, the frog and I were having some issues. I had put in around here and had to go back and rip it out because honestly, I'm not even sure what pattern I was looking at, because it certainly wasn't that one. And then I think this is from Bok Bok from Plum Street Samplers. It's a free pattern. And y'all, I went back and looked. I started this. This is too embarrassing. I shouldn't even say. I started this in freaking 2017. I finished it, but seriously, it took me almost 3 years to do this. But I have a finish. So I did not put the Bok Bok at the bottom, obviously. I have no idea what this is stitched on. It's a piece of scrap, but it worked. So there you go. If it takes me 3 years for this, Wyatt stocking is doomed. And to be honest, I have not even worked on it. I know. I am so awful. But a finish is a finish. I'm just going to go with that. I worked on, this is the Disney Heroes, I think. Thank you, everyone. The little mouse is Bianca. I hope I got that right. Thank you for letting me know. So, I, since last time, have finished Rapunzel. I am working on, I think this is the Prince from Aladdin. And I appreciate y'all letting me know, Bianca, and your services will be required again. I'm just keeping it real, folks. You will have to come through again and tell me what stuff is. I worked on Happy Everything. I worked on a lot of things. I did not get a lot of stitching done. You may or may not be noticing. That's not true. I got a lot of stitching and then a lot of unstitching. I think I finished the Y and then did the T this time. I don't know. We'll go with that. Y'all should have seen last week. I almost gave myself a concussion. I'm not even kidding. Carson was helping me get stuff out of the back of the car, and it's an Explorer. And I had my handful of stuff, and I was not looking at what I was doing, and I reached up and I pulled the door down to, generally I just pull it halfway and let it go, and so you pull hard enough for it to shut, and I pulled it down into my head over here. Oh my God. I had a knot on my head about that big around. And a headache for the rest of the day, if you can imagine that. So now Dax and I were getting stuff out of the car the other night, and he's like, stand back. The things I do, y'all. I worked for just a hot little minute on Christmas Gentleman. I have all these things that I'm like, if I just dedicate the time, I could get that one done by the end of the year. But there's so many of them that I don't dedicate the time. Because I think that and I work on one, and then I pull the next one out and I think that and I work on it. I think really all I've done is kind of fill in the borders so that I can come across and get the next one going. There's only 2 more Santas left. But even at that, like I said, none of them are looking good for the end of the year. Let me find it. this one. You would think that when I came out here and pulled all this stuff out and set my phone up to record and stuff that I would have known I was making a video and I could pull, look this up ahead of time. Out of this book, Country Cross Stitch Designs, I am doing this one minus the trees. I don't know what it's called. I call it Liberty Balloon. The original one has alphabet and much more stuff that I'm not doing. I'm barely doing this. I finished outlining the little potted plants, and I've started there. Well, this is like a stand, and there's going to be an eagle up here. Yeah, that's another one. If I just gave it some time. Anyway, that was all of the whips that I worked on. So I did have new starts. I think I've said that I'm building a fire pit, and I'm using stone. It's all limestone, and I'm sure that they just went off to part of the property and dumped the rocks that they used for the fireplace. So I'm digging around in probably the snake-infested pile of rocks to do a fire pit. We have one, but it's kind of far from the house, so I want this one closer. Anyway, I'm almost done. I only have a few spaces in between rocks to come and fill in to keep it really solid. But the bag of mortar has been sitting out on the porch, and there's a bag of cement there too because there was a pretty big chip in the sidewalk that we were trying to fix. It rained for a couple of days last week, and water got all on the porch, and so now we have a big 80-pound bag of absolutely solid cement where it soaked it up. So, yay. Gotta love it. I started this because of the new starts every week. I have 3 new starts, and I didn't want to quit working on any of them. But this is all I got done on it. And this is the craziest thing I have to tell you on this. Let me see if I can find it. Where it talks about size. Okay. To frame it like this, you need a 9 by 26 inch frame. 9 by 26. This fabric is like 12, which is no problem, by like 40. I measured it 3 times because I was like, that is crazy. It's a kit. They never give you extra fabric. Isn't that nuts? So, I started over at the edge. I should be good. I should have plenty of extra fabric. But like I said, I didn't want to quit working on it. And then I started my Celtic Welcome from Dawn Frosty X Stitch. And I started this one because I cut my fabric and I'm paranoid. So I came to the middle to start because I didn't want to come over too far on one of the edges. I'm paranoid that I've cut it too small. Anyway, I wanted to start at the very top color, which I don't know how I managed to not have. I kitted this one up separately, but so there's a color, a line that goes above and then below this, but that's how far I got. I'm like right right in here where it's going to start. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's going to start getting into some of the swirlier design and stuff, which I want to do. But like I said, I didn't want to quit working on any of these. And then I started, once again, if only I had known I was going to make a video, I could have already done all of this. Oh my word. There's got to be a front to this magazine somewhere. July, August of '86. Out of Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. That's what the front of it looks like. It's a pretty neat stocking. And I'm going to do all three, but this one just happens to be the one that my kids bought Floss for me for my birthday. So that's the one I started with. And I started in the corner. So I have done that. Impressive, right? Let's see, I'm doing this on 18 count. It's an 18 count even weave, which is going to make it, when it's finished, only 4.5 inches by 4.5 inches. That shouldn't take too long. But you saw that turkey took 3 years, so there is that. So that's everything I worked on. I am out of kitted up projects. I have because I'm never out here anymore, I come out here long enough to throw things down and grab the stuff that's on my list for the next week. And actually it's making me a little bit crazy. But because I'm not out here, I haven't kept ahead of kitting things up. And so now I've caught up with myself. And it's not like I don't have, I don't know, 50 or 60 things waiting for me to just kit them. But because I've gotten caught up, I think that probably, like, I could take ones that I have a couple that I already have the fabric with them, and I could just order the floss. But I haven't put the floss back into my stash from things that I finished in months either. So I don't want to just go buy a whole bunch of new floss. When I kit a project up to be working on it, I know a lot of people they have the master set of floss and they just pull for that when they're working on something. And I don't. I'm sure around here I have to have enough to have a complete set of DMC. With over 100 projects kitted up, I don't know how I could be missing any actual colors. But anyway, I want to get my other stuff from projects that I finished. I'd like to get that stuff put back into my floss before I start pulling to kit something else up, because I don't mind duplicating, because I want things kitted complete so I can just grab the project bag and know that everything is there. But if I don't have to, there's really no reason to not have it all together. If that makes any sense. I just need to go through things. Basically, I guess that's what it boils down to. I also, you know, because later this month is our anniversary, and I need help. Because, you know, I did this piece for our anniversary, and I need help on finishing it, because I bought this frame. How cute is that? This would fit in here, except for, I have it pulled up too high. It's like this much too short on the sides, down at the bottom, to fit in here. So I need help what do I do? Do I just put something, do I just find something that to put along the bottom that would take up that whole space? Like, you know, some kind of patterned ribbon or a strip of leather, or I don't know. I need help. I'm at a loss. Our anniversary is September 30th. I haven't told Dax yet, but I think he's buying me a new diamond for my wedding ring. Anytime I see something shiny in the office, I still have hope that it's my diamond coming back to me. But this time around, I'm going to get a man-made diamond. I've lost the diamond from that ring twice. So I really don't want to keep spending the money on real diamonds. But anyway, I haven't told him yet that's what he's getting me. But I think it's appropriate. 25th anniversary, I get to have my wedding ring back. That seems okay. What else? I don't know. I think that's everything. Oh, I did buy, well, my mother-in-law sent me some money for my birthday. So, to get my Celtic welcome going, I had in my head a size that I needed, a size that was just bigger than standard packages of fabric. And I wanted 18 count, and 1, 2, 3 stitch kept being out of any kind of 18 count in white. So I ordered off of Amazon this 18 count. This piece was 59 inches by 39 inches, 18 count piece of fabric. I think it was like 19 bucks, 18 bucks, I don't know. But that's what my mother-in-law got me. And I actually like it. It's not stiff at all. I mean, it's folded like 5 times here and still won't stand up. So, I don't know. It's from Caydo, C-A-Y-D-O. So I guess if you need, they don't have a ton of cross-stitch fabrics. They just have some different craft supplies. But that was good. 18 count. I felt like it was a decent price. I don't know. I think that's it. I guess so. All right. Thank you, everyone. Again, like I said, thank you for the comments, for letting me know what Disney characters I'm working on. And please stand by, because like I said, your help will be needed again. Welcome to the new subscribers. I hope you'll stick around. Thank you to the ones of you who do stick around and all your kind comments and the likes and all of that stuff. I appreciate it. I really, really do. I guess that's it. Sorry if you can hear my dog. Don't forget to help me here. I need your ideas. Okay, I gotta go see what they're freaking out about, and I've got to go to work. So, thank y'all again, and we will see you here next time. Bye, y'all.